become a freelancer? How do I work online from home and make money? If you've been asking yourself either one of these questions recently, then stick around, because in this video, you're going to get the answers to those questions in 3 very simple steps, and you're going to get the best freelancer website that nobody else is talking about. And I can't understand why. And I've watched like 40 videos on YouTube about this subject, and nobody else is talking about this website. Like nobody. Like if there was one person talking about it and then they stopped talking about it, or that person disappeared, that's how many people would be talking about it. I'll stop. So before we get into it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now and click the little bell icon if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. I talk about business and sales related topics. Plus sometimes I do some things that are funny, but not really. So in this video, I'm not going to give you a lot of side hustles that you can do to make a little bit of money really fast. There's a lot of other videos that talk about that stuff, and you can find that there. In this video, I'm going to give you something that's better, in the sense that you can actually start doing it right away without having to learn any kind of new skill, which means that you'll be able to make money faster because it's based on skills that you already have. Okay, so you're going to want to take notes on this. There's 3 very simple steps to how to become a freelancer and make money online from home. The first step is write down 100 things that you are good at. 100. Yes, 100. Now here's the key. Don't think too much. Just write stuff down. It can be literally anything, but I want you to break this down in 2 parts. The first part is personality traits. So things that people might say about you. For example, are you funny? Do you usually make people laugh? Are you patient? Are you able to get kids to listen to you when they're kind of going crazy? Are you really good at accents? Like, for example, if you wanted to do something like this, maybe you could do it, and maybe you'd be good at it, like I am. Like I'm really, really good at it. Don't you think? It could be anything. It could be like any personality traits. Don't think too hard. Not all ideas are good ideas, but write down 100. Now the second part of it is, besides the personality stuff, you want to include skill related things. So what have you learned throughout your career? The last job you were at, or maybe you are still working now. What skills have you picked up at that job? Write all of those things down. So it could be literally anything. Are you good at computer programming? Did you learn some social media management? Did you learn how to build out email funnels, which is very, very popular right now, by the way? Are you good at accounting? Are you a fantastic dog trainer? Are you really good at fixing stuff? Anything that's skill related that you have learned to do over the years, write that down. Now, when you think, I only have 50, 60 things on here, there's no way I'm gonna reach 100, I'm totally mind warped. Then what you're gonna do, contact 5 friends or family members and ask them, hey, what am I good at? Now here's the key. Don't ask them when they're all together. Make sure you're asking each one of them individually, because of this whole thing with group dynamics, and essentially people get lazy when they're together. It's a really interesting but really horrible psychological phenomenon that we're not going to get into in this video. So when you think you're out of actual things that you're good at, ask 5 people, and then you'll be surprised how quickly you fill up that list of 100. So that's the first step. Fill up a list of 100 things that you're really good at, or okay at, or that's it, just those 2 things. Now, when you have that list of 100, you're gonna go through it again and highlight the top 5 things that you really enjoy doing from that entire list. So from 100, you are gonna bring it all the way into 5, okay? The second step in this process is research. You're going to take those 5 main highlighted shortlisted items from the first step, and you're going to research how many of those are in-demand professions. So you could literally just Google whatever it is and find out, are these actual professions? Some of them will be a bit more obvious naturally, and some of them you'll need to find out. Do people get paid to do these things? And here's the thing, people get paid to do all kinds of stuff now. So what you want to do is you want to find, let's say, some competition of people that are doing things that are in your top 5, and you want to get their pricing. If it means you have to do some, intel and get actual quotes from them, then do that. Get a minimum of 3 quotes, so then you can create your pricing from that. Now here's the thing, if you can't find anybody that actually is doing that particular profession, don't let that discourage you from moving forward. Only because if you really think about it, every profession in the world had to start from somewhere. Everything came from zero. So there wasn't necessarily accountants and social media managers or bloggers or vloggers before. I mean, they didn't always exist. There was one person that said, oh wait, I'm good with numbers. I can do all of your accounting for your company. Let's call me an accountant. I mean, I'm sure there's an actual story behind it, but it probably goes something like that. I mean, what's the story behind vloggers? I don't know. I mean, if you know, let me know. But I hope you see where I'm going with this. So however weird, I mean, not too weird, like don't be like really weird, but however unusual your profession is that you have in your top 5, don't let it discourage you if you can't find other people doing that. It may actually just mean that you've hit a gold mine. So keep that in mind. Here is the big part, number 3, which is marketing yourself. And there's 2 ways that you want to look at this. You can either market yourself using time, or you can market yourself using money. And it just depends on which one you have more of. Now, if you're gonna say, wait a minute, I don't have time or money, I don't know what to tell you actually. Sorry. But let's start with money. If you have a little bit of money to invest in your marketing, the simplest things that you want to do are, number 1, you want to create a website. And I would recommend just hiring somebody to create your website or using a service like Wix. I'll drop my affiliate link for Wix in the description. I've actually used them. I don't know anything about building websites, and it took me about 3 days. So you can actually do it yourself. I think it's maybe like less than $100 even to do it on Wix. I don't know. Just check the link. The second thing you want to do is you want to hire somebody to do online advertisements for you. So Facebook ads, Google ads, any kind of social media ads, but you want to hire most likely a freelancer that is specialized and has a track record in running really good paid ads. Get them to do those, and then hire another freelancer that's really, really good at building out sales funnels or email funnels. So you'll be driving traffic through your paid ads to your website, and the email funnel or sales funnel will be bringing those people eventually, some of them, to buy your product or service. Now, what if you have more time than you have money? How are you going to be able to market yourself? So this gets really interesting. The first way is you want to put out online content, and this could be really in so many different platforms. You can do what you're watching now, which is put out YouTube videos. You can post on LinkedIn. By the way, LinkedIn has amazing organic reach right now that I think no other platform has. So definitely take advantage of that, because I'm sure that's going to change in the future. Simply put, what that means is that a lot of people will see stuff that you post on LinkedIn right now for free. So do online content, YouTube, LinkedIn, podcasts, create a blog, whatever you want to do, but put yourself out there. The second thing you want to do is form collaborations. And this is done ideally if you have good communication skills, both verbally and written, because you'll need to be able to eloquently explain your product or service or your unique selling points to another company or another freelancer that maybe already has a following or already has clients, and you need to be able to explain to them why they would be interested in collaborating with you. If you want some quick tips on how to communicate like a pro, you can check out this video right here, and I'll link it in the description for you as well. So collaborations are really cool. If you have the time to, start contacting these businesses or these freelancers, you will be able to get some eventually, as long as you contact enough of them and you follow up really, really well. Here's an interesting one. If you have time, you can offer free demos or free trials of your service. And not everybody does this, but it's very powerful, especially if you have, let's say, high ticket items. So if you're selling products for like, $20, fine. But if you're selling, let's say, something like consulting services or something that costs, let's say, over $1,000, you might want to consider giving out a free trial. Obviously, it doesn't have to be your complete offering. It should be like a mini package sample of something that you offer that can actually give results to that particular client. That's one of the biggest keys. If you're going to give out a free trial, make sure that the client is going to see results in that free trial, because that's going to make it just so much easier for you to actually get that sale or get that contract with them. The other great time to offer a free trial is if your sales cycle would normally take a long time. So again, if it's a bit on the higher pricing and it's something that people or companies need to think about for a while, normally, then you might want to consider just giving them a free trial. So if you normally offer, let's say, 3-hour courses on something, say, listen, I'll do a 1-hour course for free, and we'll base it on these specific metrics that you'll measure before and after that 1-hour course. And that will dramatically cut that sales cycle down for you. And in most cases, if that free trial goes well, they will move forward with you because you've just removed all of the uncertainty out of it. The last tip I'm going to give you that you can do to market yourself if you don't have money, but you do have time, and actually you can do this either way, and this is probably one of the fastest ways that you can start making money online from home. Put yourself on a freelance website, or put yourself on multiple freelance websites if you want, so you can kind of test out the differences. But what I'm going to give you right now is actually the best freelance website. Again, nobody else is talking about this website, and I can't understand why. It's called freeup.com. I'm going to link it in the description below. But why is it the best? They only hire the top 5% of freelancers, which means for you as a freelancer, you can actually charge higher rates. And it means that most cases, the clients that hire you are not going to be so difficult, because they could have hired a much cheaper option on one of the other freelance websites that are available. But freeup.com, they only work with the top 5% of freelancers. So if you can actually manage to get accepted as a freelancer on FreeUp, you should definitely do that. And here's the thing, not everybody gets accepted, of course. I know a lot of other freelancer websites, you can just post whatever skills you have and you're on there for people to hire you. And that's cool, but you might not be able to make as much money as you will on FreeUp. FreeUp, you'll have to apply, and I'll actually put the application link below. And after you apply, you have to have an interview. Right now, there's a 2-week waiting period to get an interview, but it's worth a shot, right? So even if you haven't fully developed your offerings or your exact services, as long as you somewhat defined your skills that you already have, go ahead and apply to free up, because it's going to be probably a week or two before you even get an interview with them anyway. So these are the tips I have for you on how to become a freelancer and how to work from home and make money online. If this was helpful to you, just drop a comment below and let me know which route you're going to take for marketing your business. Are you going to take the spending money route, or are you going to take the spending time route? And give this video a like so that YouTube will share it with more people. And I will see you in the next video. I can do this because I work from home. Right? Except on video calls, that'd be weird.